In this video, we're going to cover how you can install Emacs on Fedora Linux using the default package management utilities. In order to understand what options are available to us for installing Emacs on Fedora, we can search through the packages. We use the dandified yum or DNF package management tool, which currently ships as the default with Fedora. If we run dnf search Emacs, we can see that this returns too many results to understand. Most of the results are actually not even Emacs, the text editor, but instead they are extensions to Emacs, or other things related to Emacs. To filter the results down to the actual entries for Emacs, the text editor, we can run the same command, but this time pipe the output to grep, along with the string text editor, so that the only lines which match the string will show. We need to make sure to put the string in quotation marks to avoid any errors. You can see here that this has returned 3 packages. I am running Fedora 26. Depending on your version of Fedora, you may see less. An installation of Emacs is satisfied if you install the package Emacs, or emacs-nox, or emacs-lucid. You only need to choose to install one of these 3 packages. Essentially, you should either install the default Emacs package if you're installing Emacs on a machine with graphical support, or the nox option if you're installing it on a server. Don't bother with the lucid package. It's just an alternative for those who are used to the look and feel of Emacs. For more information about these packages and the history of GNU Emacs, Lucid Emacs and Emacs, check out my other video on the subject. The version of Emacs which will be available to install will depend on the repositories which you have configured DNF to retrieve packages from. Run the command dnf repo list to see the repositories which you have available on your system. You can see here that I have 2 repositories, the default one named just Fedora and the other one named updates. The version of Emacs held in the default repository essentially stays the same throughout the life of a Fedora release, but the one in the updates repository is kept up to date with the latest version of Emacs. So if we run dnf info Emacs, we can see that the version available to us is version 25.2 from the updates repository. The version for the nox package is the same. If the version of Emacs you want to install is not available, then you can always install Emacs directly from the source code, but that will not be covered in this video. Now that we know what packages are available on Fedora for Emacs, and we also know the Emacs version is the one we want, we can go ahead and install it. On a Fedora workstation, we want to install Emacs with graphical support. To do this, we just run sudo dnf install Emacs. If you are prompted to confirm whether you would like to install, type Y and press enter. Once installed, we can simply run Emacs by typing Emacs in the terminal and pressing enter. This will bring up an Emacs graphical session. On a Fedora server, we don't want any of the graphical support. So to install Emacs, we run sudo dnf install emacs-nox. If you are prompted to confirm whether you would like to install, type Y and press enter. Once installed, you can simply run Emacs by typing Emacs in the terminal and pressing enter. To exit, you will need to type the key sequence Ctrl-X, Ctrl-C. That's it. You now understand how you can go about installing Emacs on Fedora. Go with the default Emacs package if you're running with graphical support, and the -nox package if you're installing Emacs on a server. If you want to see more helpful tips and tricks on Emacs, be sure to subscribe and check out some of the other videos available on my channel.